Welcome, initiate. You will now be introduced to the universal laws, which, if followed, can lead to mastery of oneself and all of life through a holistic approach to spiritual development. And now, as you embark on this great romance of self-discovery and self-unfoldment, let me say to you that the universal principle, the creative spirit, God, whatever name you care to use for the final law of life, will reward you openly in exact relation to your desire to manifest power, granted that the desire is sincerely and cheerfully backed up with honest endeavor. My earnest hope and belief is that you start with zeal, and that you may have the force of character to maintain your zeal throughout your study and practice. Peace be unto you.
All of the breaths are a systematic series of individual breath positions and breathing techniques that will activate, sort of cleaning out your body. The memory developing breath will bring up anything that needs to be released, either in the physical body or emotionally, that needs to come up and out of your body, so that then as you go along in this systematic series of the 8 key breaths, you will start to bring in more prana, or this source energy, life force energy, and activate your creativity and your own healing potential in your body. So it's a systematic series of awakening within yourself that we're going to do. And more is not always better. I would exercise caution when doing breath work because it's extremely powerful. Most people aren't in the habit of breathing as deeply as we're going to do when we do these breaths. So I would say if you're just beginning, start with the first breath and practice that for a week and see how that manifests in your body. Then go on to the next week and work yourself through the breaths slowly. And then you can do them all in a row after that. But take your time. There's no rush. It's a lifelong process of spiritual unfoldment that we're doing. Okay, so there's a few pointers to remember in doing all of the breaths that we'll be practicing. One is called the secret switch, and that is placing the tongue on the roof of your mouth through the nose. All the breaths in mental physics are done inhaling deeply through the nose, forcing the air down into the belly and then up into the chest. And then I'll say a big sniff at the top. And so you're going to fill your lungs as full as possible with every single breath and hold that breath. And then the exhale looks like this. So it's actually breathing in through the nose all the way deep down. Big sniff. And then it's kind of like a CH sound, and your tongue will flop down a little bit and force that air out. The key is to push all that old stale air out from the bottom of the belly, as we do in different yoga traditions. You want to get all that old stale air out. And when you squeeze the last little bit of air out, then automatically the body process takes over to take in another breath of life. Sometimes you'll hear me say lock it up, which just means swallow after we practice a breath, and exhale it out. We'll swallow to just sort of solidify that inside of our own body. And then before each breath, we give thanks for that breath. And the way Dingle taught it is, I give thanks. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. And then we'll do each of the breaths. So you can say whatever you want. I thank you, God, for the breath of my life. Thank you, universe, whatever resonates with you. The idea is just to take that moment before each breath to give thanks for that which gives us life, for the God source energy that is within us and all around us, giving us life. Before we get into the 8 key breaths, we're going to just practice the harmonic or balancing breath. This is alternate nostril breathing in many yoga traditions, and in mental physics, we plug our right nostril and we inhale through the left for the count of 4. Hold for the count of 16. We unplug the right, exhale for 8. Now inhaling through for 4. Hold for 16. Plug the left and exhale for 8. One more cycle. Inhale 4. 16. Unplug, exhale for 8. Again, inhaling 4. Hold 16. Unplug the left and exhale for 4. Okay, the memory developing breath, palms facing downward. After we complete this breath, which is done in 3 sets of 14, and then a final set of 7, it ignites the 49 fires in the body. After we're done with the breath, and I'll be counting, so you don't need to worry about that. You can just follow along. We will turn our palms upward and just sit in the stillness with our eyes closed for the affirmation that comes at the end of each breath. Okay, so we get ready. Our spine is straight, shoulders back and down. Our head and neck is always loose when we're doing the breath work. Feeling centered inside your own body. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Just getting ready, feeling ourselves strong and tall and centered. Feet are flat on the floor with the heels touching. Pulling that secret switch, placing the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Feeling ourselves together. And now we give thanks for the breath of our life. Thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. All together we exhale. And up. One more. And now relaxing just like the old-fashioned pump, letting all of that energy flow through your body, just noticing what's happening, watching, feeling after. The science of mental physics is a science of feeling. Just observe and feel what is happening inside your body with all of that breath. You might feel tingly or hot or cold, or light or heavy. Just watching. Letting your body relax completely so that that breath can go where it needs to go. And now we get ready for our second set of 14. As together we exhale and lower our head. And then up. One more. Relaxing right down, watching, observing, feeling. And now 2 more 7s. Together we exhale. And up. One more. Shoulders are back and down, relaxing the body completely, feeling it just coming right down. Your breath returns to normal as you relax completely inside yourself, but your spine is still straight. Your head is thinking upward and feeling after the breath. And now for our final triumphant 7, as Dingle calls it. Giving it your very best. Together we exhale. Squeezing all the air out. And now up. Last one. Exhaling all the way, completely squeezing the air out. And inhaling a little breath. And slowly releasing. And now we lock it up. We swallow. As we relax completely with our palms facing upward and our eyes closed. And now as I relax completely, I imagine this great light at the top of my head. The top of my head is heavy and relaxed. My forehead is heavy and relaxed. The eyes are relaxed. The muscles of my face are withdrawn. My jaw gently drops. No pressure on the teeth. My arms and hands are very heavy. But oh, how happy I feel. I feel happy all over, particularly in my beautiful face. My face is bathed in smiles. My whole body is bathed in the blushes of my smiles. I feel a gentle pressure from within outward. And that gentle pressure is taking away all the little lines of care, worry, trouble, fear, anything negative. I feel happy all over. And now
I bring that great light down as my chest relaxes, my abdomen falls down, and the light comes down, down, down to the tips of my toes. And now I imagine that great light at the back of my neck. I'm looking down over my beautiful spine. It seems as if I am looking at a wonderful waterfall with the sunshine playing on it. I see a countless number of tiny specks of iridescent light. 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 And I know my whole body to be full of light. If thine eye be single, the single eye, the inner eye, the creative eye, the spiritual eye, the eye of my imagination, the eye that I am now using. If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. And I know that every cell in that countless, countless number of cells in my body is a light, a lamp, a torch, bringing to me the light of the divine wisdom within me. The light that is in perfect correspondence with the flame. And the flame that is in perfect correspondence with the fire. The fire that is in the center of centers of centers of centers of my inmost being. The fire of divine love within me. Within me. And so feeling heavy and happy and imagining that I'm looking upward to the top of my head, giving thanks, imagining a great golden shower of light going out in every direction. Slowly, I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. Now I take a little breath and a quick sigh. And I relax completely. Breath number 2 is called the Revitalizing breath. And this one, and the breaths from here on out are done standing. This one is very simple. All the breaths have similar positioning, which is heels touching, knees snapped back, and your shoulders are back and down. So everything in your body is tight. Imagine you're just straight and strong like a lightning rod. So you're pulling downward to the ground with your fingertips, pulling downward with your shoulders back and down. Your head and neck is always loose. Everything is snapped back and tight. Okay, so this breath is very simple. It's exhaling everything out, preparing your body for the breath, and then just breathing all the way into the belly, chest, throat, big sniff. And then we just hold it. And then I'll give you the cue to release. And then we do the same thing. We stay standing to hear the affirmation. So we get ready for the revitalizing breath. Pulling downward on the fingertips, pulling that secret switch, thinking upward to the top of the head. And now the thought, I give thanks, dear Lord, for the breath of my life. And now all together we exhale.
Squeezing all the old air out. And now breathing all the way in, deep into the belly, chest, throat, big sniff. Filling your lung capacity completely as you're pulling downward on the fingertips, keeping that tension in the body. I am the master of my body. I am the master of my body. Now, no dropping of the head or the neck. Together, we exhale. Keeping that tension as you're exhaling your air all the way out. And now we take a little breath and relax completely. Swallow and lock it up. Solidify that breath inside your own body. And another little breath and a quick sigh. And stay standing with your eyes closed for the affirmation. The success of this breath depends entirely upon your ability to relax. Let us relax right down together. And so relaxing completely, coming right down, we think of, we feel for the hidden meaning of these sublimely simple words. I am whole. Nothing is lacking. Nothing can be added. I am whole. I am perfect. Perfect, perfect as the Father within heaven, within me, is perfect. I am strong. I am strength. I am powerful, full of power. Every single cell in my entire body is a power plant working for me. I am powerful. I am loving. All the love I need is within me. I am the substance of the universe in action. I am love moving. I am loving. I am harmonious. I am in harmony with the laws of this universe. I am balance, poise, equilibrium. I am harmonious. I am rich. I am rich in the many senses of the word. I am young. I am youth. I am flexible, youthful, vibrant, vivacious youth, fearless youth, achieving youth. I am young. I am happy. I look happy. I feel happy. I am happy. And so, feeling happy upward, giving thanks outward. Slowly, I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. I lock it up. I make it my own. So I take another little breath and a quick sigh. I prepare myself for the third breath called the inspirational breath. So the positioning for the third breath is the same. Buttocks are tight, knees snapped back, shoulders back and down, pulling downward on the fingertips. Head and neck is always loose. and the head is always feeling like it's pulling upward as the feet are rooting downward. The inspirational breath, as you're breathing in, the arms come up very slowly, breathing all the way in. So the culmination of the breath at the top is right here, where the right thumb under the left, and the hands make the form of a triangle. This is the triangle of manifestation. So Ding LeMay taught success to mental physics through the triangle, success to whatever it is you are creating in your life. And then we do backs of the hands together. And the exhale on this breath is done in 4 parts. So in the beginning, it's a little tricky as you're both inhaling and exhaling to keep the rigid position in the body, but that's what you want to work toward. You want to work toward keeping the tension in the body all the way through the inhale, all the way through the exhale. And then when you're done, equally as important is your ability to relax on the other side of that breath. So when all that tension, sometimes my legs get so tight, I'll unlock my knees a little bit just to remind my body, like a little cue for my body to relax. So here we go for the inspirational breath. First, the position, pulling downward on the fingertips. Heels are always touching. This creates the 7-fold electrical connection with the body, as if you're sitting in the lotus position with your legs crossed. Okay, shoulders back and down. Pulling on that secret switch. First, the thought. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. Now, all together, we exhale. Squeezing it all out. Now, inhaling deeply into the belly as you slowly bring your arms up. All the way in, all the way up. Big sniff. Right thumb under the left. Success to mental physics. Success to you. Backs of the hands together. Exhaling in 4 parts. Remembering that the science of mental physics is a science of feeling, a science of the soul. In this breath, feeling into the depths of your own being is what will help you gain the greatest benefit of this breath. So and now relaxing entirely, coming right down, relaxing completely. The body is heavy. You are happy. You are relaxed. I thank thee, Lord, for my body. My body, the temple of the living God. The temple of the God that lives within me. My body. The transcendently beautiful, the infinitely intricate, and the most gloriously accurate instrument in this entire universe. I stand in reverence. I stand in adoration. I stand in veneration of the wisdom pent up in the very substance of my being. And I pledge myself, I vow that from this moment forward, nothing that I shall eat or drink, nothing that I shall do or say or think shall injure or abuse this temple of the living God, my body. And so, feeling happy upward, looking upward to the top of my head and giving thanks, outward, giving thanks. Imagining a great shower of golden light going out in all directions. The secret of the golden flower. I give thanks for my body.
As I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. I lock it up, I swallow. As I take another little breath and a quick sigh. And I wake up quietly.
Breath, the fourth breath, we start in the same positioning. Everything is tight, heels touching, and then we get ready. So we start in this position, and when we are holding our breath, after we breathe in, we're holding our breath, we do 3 swings. So our body becomes like a cross. So swing number 1, swing number 2, swing number 3. And then arms at the sides, exhaling, relaxing right down. We get ready, the fourth breath. Heels touching, everything snapped back, shoulders back and down, pulling downward on the fingertips, lifting upward out of the top of the head. Rooted, straight, strong, like a lightning rod. And now, position. Pulling that secret switch. And now the thought. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. Now all together we exhale. Now breathing all the way in, deep into the belly, into the chest, all the way up, big sniff. Holding it, we swing number 1, nice and easy, controlled movements. Swing number 2. Swing number 3, keeping that tension in your body. Arms at the sides. We exhale. Squeezing out all that old air, pushing it out. And now we take a little breath and relax right down. Affirmation. Almighty and eternal fount of wisdom, grant us knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, that we may speak here words of truth, love, and hope. We ask for light from the higher spheres, and may our guides guard and control our mind and tongue, so that nothing but the truth may here be given, and that the good seeds sown may find fertile spots to live and grow, and that those who are now in darkness and obscurity may be brought forth into the radiant sunshine and the joyous glory of the unfoldment of true spiritual goodness. And now relaxing entirely, coming right down, relaxing completely. I now prepare myself to think the greatest thought I ever shall be able to think. Whatever the Creator is, I am in human form, differentiated from all the other life forms in the universe. I am the Creator in human form. The Creator is right here, right in the heart of me, right in the mind of me, right in the being of me, right in the substance of me. Reveal thyself, O Lord of my life, Lord of the eternal, thou that art the same yesterday, today, tomorrow, forever.
come. I wait. I listen. I am still. I watch within me. And now I see the Creator at work within my temple. And I think peace, peace, peace. And now I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. And I lock it up. So I take another little breath and a quick sigh. As we're holding our breath, we'll do 3 swings with our palms facing together, like that, facing each other, all the way around as wide as you can go. Swing number 2, and swing number 3. Okay, and then arms at the sides, exhale, just like the rest of the breaths. Okay, and after this breath, you'll stay standing for the affirmation. Here we go, pulling downward on the fingertips, buttocks tight, knees snapped back, heels touching, pulling that secret switch. Making sure your head and neck is always loose, lifting upward out of the top of the head. Once you're in your strong position, then the thought, I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. Now all together we exhale. Squeezing all that air out. And now we take in life, light, all the way in, all the way up, big sniff. Fill your lungs all the way and swing number 1. Not too fast. Swing number 2. Swing number 3. Arms at the sides. We exhale. Relaxing the whole body right down, coming right down. Imagining the light coming down, down. Relaxing the whole body. That liquid feeling in the body, as if innumerable streams of living light are coursing downward in your body. As I prepare myself to think about the loveliest thing I have ever known, the loveliest thing I have ever known, there it comes before my mind, that beautiful picture, perhaps from the long ago, perhaps from the far away. But there it stands, perfectly clearly delineated before my mind, as if it happened a moment ago. I thank thee, Lord. I thank thee, law, universal law, for my memory. I thank you, God, that I'm able to bring back from the vault of the past any beautiful thing that is in my memory. No idea of negation of any kind. No thoughts of disease, old age, disappointment, doubt, failure. Nothing shall enter my memory but that which is in unison with all good and my own very highest conception of truth. And now I will that that picture shall be lost again in the absorption of my being. I see my whole conduct. I see the whole conduct of man. And I will that that loveliest thing shall be lost again in the absorption of my being.
Now, my beloved, the great reward, instantaneously, it seems as if my body is gone. It seems as if my body is heavy. It seems perhaps as if my body is light. I feel that I am joy sitting in the center of itself. Now I'm feeling to the right. I'm feeling out toward my right-hand neighbor. And there comes that beautiful vibration taking me away to the right, to the right, to the right. It seems as if I'm on the bosom of a great billow, going out over a far outstretching sea to the right. It seems as if I'm on a cloud, going out endlessly through space to the right. I am developing prana in the positive center of my willpower. I am developing the origin of life, the origin of life, the current of life, the life current within me in the positive center of my willpower. I am developing the current of the universe. I am developing the spirit of the current of the universe in the positive center of my willpower. To the right, to the right. All feeling, no thinking. Just let the body do what it wants to do. Let it go to sleep. You keep awake in your feeling. I am developing prana in the positive center of my willpower. Now ever so tenderly, with no inward action, only your feeling. I'm feeling to the left. And there it comes again, that beautiful vibration taking me away to the left, to the left, to the left. Now no thinking. You're not sitting there intellectually watching something take place. You're feeling that you are it, that it is you. I'm feeling to the left. It seems as if I'm on the bosom of a great billow, going out over a far outstretching sea to the left. It seems as if I'm on a cloud, going out endlessly through space to the left. I am developing prana in the negative center of my willpower. I am developing the origin of life, the current of life, the life current within me in the negative center of my willpower. I am developing the current of the universe. I am developing the spirit of the current of the universe in the negative center of my willpower. Now watching, unafraid. Now I stop the current and I'm feeling downward. And there it comes from the top of my head, down, down, down to the tips of my toes, then up around in front like a great wheel of golden light, coming down, 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 then up around again, and I see that great light, and I bring it down, cleansing, 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 down, down, down to the soles of my feet. The Creator is within me, looking out on the universe through my eyes, listening to the sounds of the universe through my ears, thinking the thought of the universe through my mind, issuing the sounds of the universe through my throat. Purify thou my throat. The Creator is within me, doing the work of the universe through my hands. The Creator is within me, expressing through me. Whatever the Creator is, I am. I am perfect, perfect as He, as it. That which I know, that which I feel within me is perfect. I am perfect mind in a perfect body. I am that I am, that I feel, that I am. Om Mani Padme Hum. And now the body is in a liquid state, seemingly going in all directions, wheels within wheels. But I, seated triumphant within the citadel of my own spirit, mind crystally clear. And so I bring that light again to the top of my head, and I bring it down with a slightly pressing sensation downward, to be met by a slightly resisting sensation upward, as all together we bring it down, not missing one cell in the body, cleansing, down to the soles of my feet. And I see my whole body. I feel that I see. I see that I feel my whole body, this wide universe, to be full of light, light, the light of the divine wisdom that is in every living thing. And now I will fan the living flame that brings the light, as feeling happy upward, giving thanks outward, giving thanks, imagining that great golden shower of light going out in all directions. Slowly, I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. Now I lock it up. It is mine own forevermore. As I take another little breath and a quick sigh, and I wake up quietly.
Breath number 6. This is called the cleansing breath. This one's, again, same position, heels touching, knees snapped back. The only difference with this breath, this one's very similar to the last one, except we're going to be doing the palms facing down, and we're going to be going all the way up and around. And when we get behind us, we're going to touch like this, like a little triangle in the back. So we start this breath by grabbing our left hand. Our left hand sits in our right hand, and we pull down on the elbows, and then we unlock, and then we'll do our swing around and touch 3 times. Okay, here we go. Position. And now we get ready. We grab our left hand in our right palm, and we pull down on the elbows, straighten the elbows. This straightens your spine. It does make it a little bit more challenging to get a full breath, but you just do your very best to push it all the way down into the belly first and fill your lungs to their maximum capacity. So pulling that secret switch, everything is tight. And now the thought. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. All together we exhale. And now we get ready. We unlock and swing number 1, palms facing down, touching in the back. Swing number 2, touch. Swing number 3, touch. Arms at the sides. We exhale, squeezing it out. Take a little breath and relax right down with your eyes closed for the affirmation. And now, as we relax together, we are in the spirit together, in the spirit of peace. Peace. The success of this breath depends entirely upon your ability to relax. So we're relaxing entirely, coming right down, relaxing right down to the soles of our feet. And now I imagine a great heat at the base of my spine. I imagine that it's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up my spine. And now I imagine that great light that comes from the flame, that comes from the fire that gives the heat. And I see this light rising up. I imagine a peacock feather of gold in my spine as I see the light coming up and out, up and out. It seems to strike upon the surface of my body. Up and out.
It seems to go beyond my body. And now I think of the top of my head and I see my whole body full of light, the light of the divine wisdom that is in every living thing. And so, seeing my whole body full of light, the light of the divine wisdom that is in every living thing, slowly feeling happy, imagining that I'm looking upward to the top of my head and giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks. Imagining again that great golden shower of light going out in all directions. Slowly, tenderly, I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. I lock it up, I swallow as I take a little breath and a quick sigh. And I wake up quietly. The seventh breath is the grand rejuvenation breath. This one, the position for this one is resting your hands on your hips, again, heels touching, and then pulling forward with your elbows. It's a slightly awkward position. Everything is tight. Your elbows are pulled forward. So I'm going to demonstrate this breath. We're going to breathe all the way in. As we're holding our breath, we're going to drop the head forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. We stand upright. We exhale, squeezing all the air out. When there is not a drop of air left in your body, you bring your body forward and you pull down on the head and back, forward, nice and slow, and back, and then the third time, forward and back, and then inhaling, dropping the hands. Okay, the grand rejuvenation breath. We get ready. Position, pulling the elbows forward, buttocks tight, everything tight. Pulling that secret switch. And now the thought. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. All together we exhale. And now breathing all the way in, big deep breath, all the way in, all the way up, big sniff. We drop the head forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Stand upright, we exhale. And then we bring the body forward and back, forward, back, forward, back. We inhale, and then we slowly drop the hand. Now, I'm entering upon the greatest thought I ever shall be able to think. I am youth. Youth. I'm happy all over. I am youth. And now I remember that picture of my idealized self. I see before me that luxuriant hair and those sparkling eyes, strong arms and hands, that beautiful, beautiful face
completely unlined and happy. And now I come down over that beautiful being. I thank thee, Lord, for the truth of my being. I am youth, glorious, radiant, wondrous, vivacious youth, fearless youth, full of courage, strength, power. I am unconquerable youth. I thought my body wore out and grew old, but now I know, as I stand gratefully in the presence, new cells are being made for me. I am being renewed. I sing, I shout, there is no age for me. No decay, no disease. I am free. Free. And now I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. I lock it up, I swallow. Say, take another little breath and a quick sigh. And I wake up younger. Going to do the 8th and final breath of the 8 key breaths. In mental physics, there's a lot of different breathings. These are the main few that are taught in the first initiate group course, the 8 key breaths. This one is the only one with the feet apart, and this is your own spiritual breath. So feet apart, but same position, pulling the elbows forward. So I'll quickly demonstrate and then we'll do it. So when you're inhaling, when you're retaining your air, you're holding your breath, you'll go to the right and then you'll lift. I don't know if you can see my heels. You'll lift your left heel off the ground as you lean over to the right, and then to the left, do the same thing over to this side, to the right. We go 3 times on each side, to the left, to the right, and to the left, and then we'll just stand center. Okay? Your own spiritual breath. Here we go. Position. Pulling the elbows forward, pulling upward on the head, making sure your neck and head is loose. The secret switch and the thought. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. Now all together we exhale. Squeezing it all out. And now we're inhaling deep into the belly, chest, throat, big sniff. We get ready. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. We stand center. We exhale. And then we slowly drop the hands. Easing it all out. And now we're inhaling deep into the belly, chest, throat, big sniff. We get ready. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, left. We stand center. We exhale. And then we slowly drop the hand. And now I'm thinking upward to the top of my head. I'm thinking joy, joy, joy. And now together, we send it out. We embrace all classes. We embrace all in mental physics wherever they may be. We embrace our city. We embrace our state. And now I watch as I see those great waves of light and joy rolling out of their own nature. I embrace the country. I embrace the whole world. I embrace the whole human race. And now, with the light of the divine wisdom within me, with my love, with my joy, with my life, I embrace every living thing. And now I stand fast, lest the light be too great for me as it returns to me by that mystic fourfold law, not from the one point from which I sent it, but from all the points. It's coming back, nearer, nearer. Now it embraces me, it embosoms me, it overwhelms me, the light of the divine wisdom, that love, that joy, that life that comes to me from every living thing, so that I know my whole body, this wide universe, to be full of light. And now I will charge every cell of my physical body with that light of the divine wisdom, that love, that joy, that life that comes to me from every living thing, as feeling happy upward and giving thanks outward. Slowly, I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. I lock it up, I swallow, I make it my own. As I take another little breath and a quick sigh. And I wake up quietly.
What is mental physics? Mental physics is an experiential method of self-realization that teaches the oneness of life embodied in all substance, energy, and thought. Mental physics is the science of the future. Systematic application of these techniques leads to rapid transformation of consciousness. Through breathwork and affirmations, along with meditation, students learn to transmute the human qualities of our nature into a higher frequency. Mental physics is power in the hands of those who discipline themselves to follow its principles and practices. These methods lead to self-mastery, the realization of our highest capabilities, and manifest in physical vitality, prolonged youth, intensified talents, strength of character, and honorable and more abundant lives. Mental physics methods have been used by wisdom seekers for thousands of years in search for universal truth. Breath, without which there is no life, is used to bring the body into balance, revitalizing every cell and increasing well-being with life force energy. Breathwork techniques from Tibet are taught as a major key in physical development, emotional stabilization, and expansion of mental power. An abundant supply of oxygen to the brain brings clarity of thinking, as well as refining and sharpening the memory. These lessons in living facilitate an understanding of truth and a personal experience of the concept that, whatever the Creator is, I am in human form.
Let our hearts rejoice, because we know more about ourselves and the universe than we did a little while ago. Imagine the glorious future ahead for every one of us, and let us give thanks